And most of you are showing your kids that yes, you would die for them. A sorry, fucking miserable, pathetic death where you're literally killing yourself every single fucking day, rather than showing up and doing the work to show them that they're worth living for instead. Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Byron Ovenstone. If you've been here before, thank you for joining me. Guys, the amount of fucking people that I speak to, I'm gonna come out hot and heavy on this one because I'm fucking tasty and I'm borderline very impatient with people these days because I have the same conversation on repeat. People going, oh, I will die for my family. I'll die for my kids. Yes, motherfucker, that's exactly what you're doing. You're killing yourself nice and slow. Congratulations. That's how you're showing up for your family. With no energy, morbidly obese, living paycheck to fucking paycheck, not even fucking trying. Literally just ticking the bare minimum box every fucking day. And then you get to a point where you come home and you sit on a sofa like a fucking loafer and do nothing. And then when they have these conversations with me, they talk about how desperate they are for change, how they're so hungry to be a better father, better husband, to show up with the right energy for their kids. Because when they were younger, they used to play with their kids and now they don't have the energy because they're so depleted and they're not driven, etc., etc., etc. All of Byron 1.0 symptoms. I lived that life, so I know exactly what the fuck you guys are talking about, where I didn't actually prioritize my own health, my own well-being, and I just ticked minimum boxes every single day and showed up like a fucking bitch. And that's how so many fathers are showing up for their fucking wife and their kids, and then they're wondering why the world is turning to this chaotic fucking mess. But when did you last fucking invest in yourself? When did you last try? The amount of people that go, you don't understand, I work 9 to 5, I don't have time to look after my health. I don't have time to meal prep. I don't have time to go to the gym. Really? You don't have time to do any of that? You don't have time to listen to podcasts, read books, none of that shit, yeah? Pull up your fucking phone, real quick. Go into the settings and have a look at your screen time. All those hours on the Instagrams. You couldn't have used those hours to get healthier, fitter, stronger, turn up for your fucking family? I don't have the time to work out either. There's a reason I'm up at stupid o'clock every fucking morning. Because over and above the fact that I want to get healthier, fitter, stronger, and turn up the best version of myself every fucking day, because every single year I have the same goal, be in the best mental and physical shape of my life by the end of that year, so that I'm constantly moving the needle and constantly leveling up. Over and above that, I like me time. From 2:30 in the morning when my alarm goes off till 6 a.m., that's me time. I get to pour into myself. I get to work out. I get to listen to audiobooks. I get to journal. I get to meditate. I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Why? Because I'm up before everyone else and I run that play. But here's the downside to what all of these fucking guys are doing, right? The ones that tell me, you don't understand, I can't afford it, Byron. I don't have time. We're paycheck to paycheck, Byron. I'm 60 pounds overweight, Byron. You guys understand that majority of the population, with the way that medication's going, with the way that the fucking pharmaceutical industry is going, with the way that the world is going from a medical standpoint, you understand that most people are going to live to 100, right? Or thereabouts. So now fucking riddle me this for a second. Let's say you retire at 65 or 70, which is what most people do. 65 to 70, they hit that retirement button and it's a wrap. But you haven't looked after your health. You haven't looked after anything. You're fucking morbidly obese and you've been living paycheck to paycheck for the entirety of your life. What happens when you hit that fucking retirement button, motherfucker? What happens then? How do you fund another 30 years, potentially 30 years of living with liver issues, kidney issues, heart conditions, and all the other stuff that costs a fuck ton of money? Because medical stuff is not cheap. Over and above that, you're fucking running paycheck to paycheck. So what happens when you die? Who picks up the bill? Because you don't get buried for free. You don't get cremated for free. They don't do the autopsy and all of that shit for free. So who's going to handle that bill? Oh, that's right. You don't give a fuck. Hey, it's not your problem. You're dead. So you just pass that problem on to your kids or your wife or some other family members to handle for you because you can't be fucked to handle it yourself, because you can't be fucked to get out of your own way and get a little bit uncomfortable and do some fucking work, endure a little bit of pain, a little bit of suffering. But on the flip side of that, you guys realize that everything is pain and suffering, right? Everything is uncomfortable. Byron of 300 pounds, fat as fuck, with liver issues, kidney issues, pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, heart conditions. He was uncomfortable too. He had pain too. He suffered as well. This version of me, I suffer, I have pain, all of that stuff too. The difference between the two people is that I choose my fucking suffering every day now. I have the choice. Do I suffer and regress, or do I suffer and progress? You have that same choice. But unfortunately, what most people do is they've bought into this bullshit fucking narrative that society is pumping right now, where they're telling you it's okay to be mediocre, where it's okay to live paycheck to paycheck. Go ahead and apply for a fucking mortgage. They'll give you the mortgage that you need to basically wipe out your fucking paycheck. And most people are so fucking stupid and don't understand finance because they're so financially illiterate that they run that fucking play. And then all of a sudden, there's more month than money. Are you shocked that then they go into credit card debts as well? Who wins? Who the fuck wins in that game? The banking system. The system in general fucking wins. Because you become so dependent on the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, on the fucking ticking the bare minimum box by just scraping by, that you're in debt for the rest of your fucking life. That the entirety of your life, all you're doing is paying debt back. You don't even settle. You don't even get to back to zero. You literally pay debt back for the rest of your life. If you truly understand the banking system, every single person that opens up a bank account has a net worth according to the bank. And they determine how much they can get out of you over a period of time. You're shocked that when you want to fuck with your credit score and you pay off debt, your credit score goes down? Why could that be? Because they want you in debt. And you guys are feeding into this shit every fucking day. Every day you feed into this bullshit. You live paycheck to paycheck. You go for the simple fucking solution to all of your problems. Oh, you don't understand. I don't have time to meal prep, so I'm just going to swing by McDonald's instead. I got meal prep going right now while doing this fucking video. I got chicken thighs in the fucking air fryer going. I just heard the beeping go. It's done. My meal prep is done. For the next 4 days, I have chicken. We're squared away. I have salmon done too. All I have to do is heat up some broccoli. And it's a wrap. My meals are good. I have a shake right here. Boom. I finished my bone broth already today. I'll have another bone broth later this day. That's it. We're done. I'm on 1,760 calories a day right now. I'm multitasking like a fucking champion. I was up at 2:30 this morning cramming into a gym session. And I came back and I got shit ready for all of the kids at school. Try to relieve a little bit of pressure from my wife. Before I dive back into here and I disappear for the entire day till close of play. Running my play, doing my shit. And then as soon as I'm done, I go back out there and I see where can I relieve stress? How can I help? But we got guys out here who live paycheck to paycheck and they think it's okay to just sit on the sofa when they get home because, well, dad went to work today and I guess you kind of got a roof over your head, maybe. There's no guarantees, maybe it's not here tomorrow, but fuck it, for now it's kind of here. So I'm just going to tick that box. I'm going to sink my 6 beers while watching the football and cramming a fucking pizza down my throat. But I promise you kids, I love you. I love you guys because it's all words, right? You know, love is a doing word. You have to show the fuck up. Love is a fucking doing word. You have to show them. One of my pet peeves is these fucking people who constantly just go, I love you, but they never fucking show it. It's easy to say. It's way harder to fucking show. And most of you are showing your kids that yes, you would die for them. A sorry, fucking, miserable, pathetic death where you're literally killing yourself every single fucking day rather than showing up and doing the work to show them that they're worth living for instead. So that when they come home, you have the fucking energy to give them to invest in them. But no, instead, dad's going for the shortcut. Dad's taking the easy road out. I'm just going to sit my ass on the sofa, cram some fucking pizza and some beer, and then at the end of the night, I'm going to kiss you on the forehead and say, I love you, and go to sleep. When you've given them no time, no energy, no fucking effort whatsoever. And you've tried to slowly but surely kill yourself over the years. And you become more and more detached from not only your kids, but your wife and yourself. It gets to a point, and I'm speaking from experience again here, so you can fucking shit talk me in the comments all you want. I've been there, I've done that, I played this game. To where I hated myself so fucking much, I couldn't stand the motherfucker looking back in the mirror. He became such a useless piece of shit, I couldn't fucking stand him. But changes in an instant. It happens that fucking quick. You can literally make a choice. You can literally make a choice right fucking now. You can say, this is it, it's done, it's a wrap. I'm going all in. I'm going to turn up. By the end of 2024, I'm going to be in the best mental and physical shape of my life. You reverse engineer that process. How do you have to show up every day to make that a reality? You build it down, you boil it down to like 3 or 4 daily non-negotiables, and you run that fucking play every day. And you don't miss. There's a reason it's called a non-negotiable. Because it gets done regardless. There's not a fucking day that goes by I miss on my non-negotiables. Why? Because they're non-negotiable. They have to be done. Doesn't matter what the fuck I'm doing. Could be doing a 75-hour experience with the project. Could be a 48-hour experience with the crucible. Could be on fucking vacation. Doesn't matter. That shit gets done regardless. Why? Because when I slip, everyone else falls. Everyone else pays for the fact that I couldn't be fucked to do the necessary. So as a result, my wife pays. My kids pay. The people that I coach, they pay. How selfish. But it's easy to say, not so easy to do. Because when you're 30, 40, 60, 80, 100 days in, and the motivation's gone, because you didn't watch this video for a minute, and you're like, oh man, that snooze button's looking juicy. That's when the real fucking work starts. That's when the real men show up. Because it's easy to do anything for a fucking minute. Put a gun to your head, you could probably hold your breath for a minute. Right? Easy. It's not fucking rocket science, it's fucking easy to do. But how do you show up 90 days from today? Are you still running that same play? Or are you the social media warrior who pretends to be something when on fucking camera and something else behind the scenes? How do you show up? Because that's what we're checking for here. How do you show up behind a closed door when no one's watching? Who the fuck are you then? Are you the guy that's slowly but surely killing himself over time? Pretending to fucking love his family and provide for his family when you're running paycheck to paycheck and you're doing the bare fucking minimum? You're not investing in yourself. You're not even trying. You're just ticking a fucking box. Or are you the dude who gets out of his own way, who has structure in his day, who gets up and attacks every single fucking day and doesn't miss? Because again, love is a doing word. I don't have to tell my family I love them every day. I fucking do the work to show them. To me, words mean nothing. I've had so many people let me down because all they do is talk, 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 talk. Bullshit, 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 bullshit. Your results and your actions tell me who the fuck you are. And the amount of people that tell me that they can't afford to work on themselves, they can't afford to get healthy, fit, and strong, when they're the exact opposite, it's starting to piss me off. Because that's how you're showing up for your fucking family too. You can't even be fucked to get up a little bit earlier in the morning and get some steps in. I don't give a fuck if you're 400 pounds. Go for a fucking walk. Because I tell you what, today you walk the length of that road and it's hard. Next week, you'll walk the length of that road and it's hard. And then the week after that, you'll walk the 3/4 block and it's fucking hard. And by week 4, you're walking a block. And you're like, oh, I remember 4 weeks ago when I couldn't even walk a straight. Now I'm walking a fucking block. Dope. I feel better too. Weird how like getting out some fresh air and getting some steps in makes me feel a little better. I'm going to do more of that. And before you know it, you're doing 2, 3, 4 laps of the block. And you feel phenomenal. And your energy goes through the roof because fucking who thought about endorphins, right? And sunshine. Oh my God. What the fuck? Don't even remember what that feels like on the body. And then all of a sudden you start changing up your nutrition, cleaning it up a little bit. I'm not asking you to fucking cure cancer, motherfucker. I'm asking you to turn the fuck up for yourself and your family. Stop killing yourself slowly and making them watch you die every day. It's pathetic. You're better than that. You weren't born just to be a fucking statistic. But yet here we are watching men every day become more and more of a fucking statistic. To where we're watching the suicide rates go through the roof. Why? Because you were built for a fucking purpose. You were built to turn the fuck up, protect and provide. And the minute you don't do that, you spiral. You start fucking killing yourself slowly through vices and other stupid shit. Because a man with no plan fucks himself up. Every day of the week. I played that game. When I had no vision, no mission, no purpose, no fucking values, I slowly but surely killed myself over time. Through food, alcohol, gaming, caffeine. Because I had no reason to fucking live. I had nothing to wake up for and be excited about every single morning. Until such time as I made a decision. Hey man, this is some bullshit. It stops fucking now. It's like a Wednesday, 4 p.m. sometime. Fuck this, I'm done. All in on me. Best mental and physical shape of my life. From this time, moving forward. Whatever the fuck it takes. I'm going to do these 3 things, these 2 things, this one thing every day. I don't give a fuck if you start with just one thing. It's better than nothing. Run that play. And then as you do it more and more and more and more, it becomes easier and easier. You start feeling better, looking better. You start showing up for your fucking family. And then shock, everything gets a little better. And then you start investing in this. And you start learning some new skill sets. Because most of the people I speak to stop learning the minute they left school. What a fucking shame. So congratulations. You're about as smart as an 18-year-old. And let's be honest, the schooling system is such a fucking joke these days. 18-year-olds are goddamn useless. So congratulations, you're probably useless too. When there's an entire world out there and a wealth of information that you can get access to just by picking up a fucking book and reading or listening to a podcast or listening to a fucking YouTube channel or listening to an audiobook. If you're someone who has to do a lot of driving, from time to time I have to drive like fucking 3 hours a day. Audiobook, bitch. Learn something. Listen to a fucking podcast. Start unlocking different thought patterns in your brain. Learn how to fucking make money. Learn how to save money. Learn how to make money work for you. So that even if you are living paycheck to fucking paycheck, you're not up shit creek because you're putting money away to where when you do have to, some point, retire, you have some kind of nest egg. Fuck your 401k, it's not enough. It's not enough. The 401k wasn't made to help you for 30 years, bitches. Like, do your fucking homework. Understand what you're buying into. 401k was designed because it assumed you would die within a 5-year period of retirement. So it's only supposed to fund you for that tiny little period. You're now potentially living 5 times longer than that. What the fuck are you going to do for the next 20 years? But hey, let's say you are paycheck to paycheck and you're on the struggle bus and you have a little 401k to live on. What's the downside to being healthy, fitter, and stronger? There is none. Why? Because even at fucking 85 years old, I could be the guy at Starbucks if I had to be, serving vanilla fucking coconut bullshit lattes to financially illiterate morons and at least make a little bit of fucking money. But how the fuck do I do that when I'm wheelchair bound or bed bound? Because I gave myself up and I didn't invest in my health. And I gave myself a fucking early death ticket. And now I'm bedridden and I become my family's problem because I got no money. My health is on the decline, so my medical bills are on the incline. Oh, and over and above that, when I do kick the bucket, good luck fucking trying to fund my funeral, bitches. Because hey, dad loves you. He said it, so it must be true, right? Daddy loves you. Kiss on the forehead. But daddy's also going to drive you into a massive amount of fucking debt. and he's going to make all of his bullshit your problem when he kicks the fucking bucket. And then what? Leave you up shit creek to fend for your fucking self. Life's going to be hard enough for your kids. This is what you fucking guys don't understand. Life will be hard enough for your fucking kids. Look at the house prices today. Look at the fucking house prices today. House prices are obscene. When's your kid going to be able to afford to buy a house? Probably not. So they're going to rent for the rest of their life. Over and above that, now you've kicked them with a shit ton of debt. So they're on the hamster wheel from day one. Thanks, Dad. Sure showed me that you loved me, right? But hey, you told me you would die for me too. Thanks for doing so in a very slow and unapologetic manner to where you cost me a fucking fortune. I'd have preferred if you fucking lived for me. I'd have preferred if you turned the fuck up for me. That would have been better. But hey, I'm the arsehole, right? Because I tell everyone what the fuck they need to hear. Everyone else is pandering to your shit. You've got friends and family that are watching you slowly kill yourself and they're saying nothing. But afterwards, they tell you how much they love you. Oh, I love you. You're fat as fuck and you're going to die any day now, but I love you, I promise. If you loved him, you would tell him. You'd get him on the straight and narrow. You'd fix him. Pull yourselves towards yourselves. This is some bullshit. You guys are better than this, man. Like, actually show the fuck up. Start living for your family. Don't keep pretending to die for them. Stop telling them you love them, but then not showing them. Fucking show up. Do the work. Show them. Love is a doing word. And I promise you now, when you get healthier, fitter, stronger, start working on your mindset, all of a sudden that paycheck to paycheck problem will disappear. It did for me. And then all of a sudden I have more time. I have a fuck ton more energy. I show up different. You can do the same. If you don't know how, there's a link in my bio. Book a fucking call. Let's chat and I'll help you. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers for now.